Hey, where are you? You disappeared on Gmail. Okay, so I finished the book. Connor jumped. I'm not sure where is it. Like it was like rock climbing or like some kind of cliff, but he fell down. It was the cave, right? But yeah, basically he jumped, and I kind of there's a lot of foreshadowing about that. So, and because I glanced at the synopsis of the next book, I kind of remember that somebody died. But I wasn't sure, but I felt so I kind of knew that was gonna be Connor because it was like setting it up. So I think the thing I was thinking about was a lot of it. The last two pages of Connor's last section where he talks about the clown flicking his head, like he was thinking about people calling him a faggot, the voices, the expectations of his parents. That reminded me so much about me because when I was in my dark period, like I would hear very negative thoughts like "fuck you, Chris," "go kill yourself, Chris," "you will always be a failure," stuff like that. Like I would just walk around campus, right, and I would hear voices like that, and so that those last two pages of Connor's chapter, it really hit me. Like it didn't change my life or anything, but like I felt like I connected to it very much. So things that I'm thinking about is like how do you prevent this shit, right? Like obviously the parents have to be more loving instead of being pressure. So there's that. Like yeah, they kind of made the parents seem very one dimensional or like I don't know how therapy works, right? But like I figured like if I was a doctor at a mental institute, I would like inform the parents, hey, you have to like provide a positive environment, right? Because that's the one of the things I had to change when I started my fitness thing. Like my dad would still tell me like, you have to do this. Like he would say things to me like, I don't understand my friends. They have kids who do well. How come you can't succeed? And I would tell him like, that doesn't help me at all. All it did was make me feel like shit. And so he stopped doing that. So I'm not sure why Connor's parents haven't changed. It seems like Vanessa's dad and Tony's dad are willing to make the change, are trying to get better for the kids, right? But Connor's parents don't give a fuck. I mean, they give a fuck, but they just care about the pressures of being successful. So I'm actually curious about the second book though, because yeah, I want to see if the parents have any plot developments. Like I want to see if the parents are changed or not. Like are the parents, Connor's parents, I mean, are they still cold-hearted and unloving? Because I imagine if their son killed himself, they would be less strict towards his sister, Kara. So there's that. What else I write about? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to sound like this book is my favorite or anything. Like, um, it's not quite. It wouldn't rank anywhere near my favorite books of all time. I still enjoyed my Time Traveler's Wife journey when I read that book. I don't know. I kind of expected more to be more internal conflict, but it was more dialogue to me. But at the same time, they are teenagers, and so I think it's okay for teenagers to think that way. Because I used to think that way, like, because the 27-year-old me, like, I'm very, very why and how. I'm very self-aware. I'm always like thinking about like how would someone perceive me if I wasn't me, like that way. So the way Tony and Vanessa fell in love, I kind of thought that I didn't really believe it, you know? I just felt like, oh, there was just two people at the right place at the right time, and they were like they were only there for each other, so they just fell in love naturally. But like, I didn't understand why. Like, if you and I fell in love, and I've explained why, it would seem believable, right? Cause I could say shit like I never had someone trust me the way you trusted me, shit like that. And they kind of said that in the book, right? About Tony and Vanessa. Like, Tony was like, I never felt this way about someone before, except for Philip. Who the fuck is Philip? Philip's some old guy that had AIDS, right? You're still not back. Where are you? Okay, and I don't know. I just felt it was very typical to have teenage stuff like that. It's like, hey, you talked for a while, but you made me feel a certain way, and so that means I love you. Kind of rushing to me, so. But I kind of guess, I don't know, like, when you say you love your boyfriend, actually I don't know that yet, like, do you love your boyfriend yet? But whatever, but if you did, alright, from the outside, I would be like, whatever, I kind of don't believe it. I'm not making fun of you, I'm just saying from my perspective, like, because I obviously don't see that side of your relationship. So I guess when I'm reading the whole Tony and Vanessa thing, it just seems very rushed to me. Or it just seems they don't understand their definition of love is different from mine. Or like, I feel like they don't love each other. They don't love themselves yet, but it feels like they need each other. You know, because I always thought like you have to love yourself first in order to love someone else. So it kind of felt like the reason that they love each other is mainly because they kind of complete each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my problem with that. Like, what if the relationship doesn't work out? Then what happens? They're gonna fall into pieces. They're gonna like resort into self-harm and pills again. So that's that. But I see the teenage me would be like, oh shit, no one else makes me feel that way. That means we're never gonna break up. So that's like, I feel like the whole, it's very teenage love, right? Tony and Vanessa. Fucking Connor, man. Why do you jump? I can't understand why though. Like, he felt a lot of freedom, and I guess he didn't want to come home. Like, what's the point of coming home, right? Because how can he change if the environment he has at home is still the same? So I understand that point. And this entire book made me remind me. This entire book, I think about you the whole time, obviously, because you told me to read it. You're still not back. But I don't know. Like, every time there's a sad moment or a revelation or some kind of trigger, like something happens in the past, I'm always like asking myself, like, is this something that Nora experienced when she was going through her dark period? Okay, I think that's all I have to talk about for the book. It was an interesting read. It was actually very easy to read because the format is like very, very spaced out. So 666 pages felt more like 200 pages. And thanks for the videos, okay? I loved it. It was really, really hot. It was ridiculously hot. Like, do you realize how good it is? If you wanted to resell the custom you made for me, you can. But I'm guessing you're not going to, but it's really, really good. Like, I like it. I wish you shaved though. Sorry. So I might ask you to make it again. But just the last part. This is really funny though. When I say funny, like I'm not trying to make you. I'm not insulting you. Like, I like it. I like being able to laugh at your videos, not out loud, but you know what I'm saying. Like, 'cause like you're very different than when I watch and other girls, 'cause you have such a personal connection with me, right? That I feel it with my heart. So being able to laugh makes me smile, and that's also emotion. Some kind of feeling emotion when I watch your videos. So it's actually really cool. So not everything has to be a sexual turn on, you know. So it's actually nice to have that connection where you make me laugh. and I love that you break character in it. So you're still not bad. All right. Take care. Oh yeah, you didn't. You said there was a part 3 in your video log, and you haven't uploaded it yet, or you haven't linked me to it yet, because all your YouTube videos are private, so I haven't seen it. All right. Have a good day. I like you.